Shalom! It's Friday again, except it's not. It's Wednesday. It's Erev Chag. And today we're joined again by Levia in our sukkah. Yeah. And I want to talk to you today about Parashat Vezot HaBeracha. Vezot HaBeracha is the only parasha that we don't read on Shabbat. We read it on Chag. We read it on Simchat Torah, and we don't really get to read it in shul any other time. We only really read it on Simchat Torah. We read it in installments over the night and the day. And then by the next Shabbat, Vezrat Hashem, in 3 days' time, we will be reading Parashat Parashit. So Vezot HaBeracha doesn't have a Shabbat of its own. But this is a great opportunity to talk about Vezot HaBeracha. Now, Vezot HaBeracha literally translates as, and this is the blessing. This is the Beracha. As we well know, Beracha means blessing and gift and all of the above, the presents that Hashem bestows upon us. Vezot HaBeracha sheberach Moshe et bnei Yisrael lifnei moto. This is the Beracha that Moshe Rabbeinu gave to the Jewish people before, unfortunately, he passed away at the very end of Dvarim. Now, by the way, this is a custom that he learned from Yaakov Avinu, who at the very end of Sefer Bereshit also gives brachot to all of the different tribes of Israel. And it's very beautiful to compare the two different brachot, both in Bereshit and in Dvarim. But I want to take a second to think about the word bracha, because bracha is a very powerful word that we find in Vezot HaBeracha, but we also find it beautifully at the very beginning of the Torah as well. Not only the end, finishing the Torah with Vezot HaBeracha, but also starting the Torah with Bereshit. And one of the themes of Parashat Bereshit is indeed Vayevarich Otam, right? Vayevarich Oto, the idea of Hashem giving blessing to all of mankind. We see later on to Shabbat as well, that Bracha really starts from Bereshit, goes all the way through the Torah to Vezot HaBeracha, and then again starts again. So this beautiful cycle of bracha, this never-ending cycle of opening with a bracha and ending with a bracha, is something very beautiful. And I want to take a moment to think about this last year that we've just experienced together, since last Simchat Torah. It's been a very tumultuous year, to say the least. But I also want to take a moment to think of all of the bracha that we received this year. We, Baruch Hashem, צריך לברך על הרעה כשם שמברכים על הטובה. We need to thank God for everything that He gives us, both good and bad. And indeed, we've learned a lot of lessons, the Jewish people. I think we're much more united this Simchat Torah than we were last Simchat Torah, and many other ways. But definitely, I can say, in the realms of security, the realms of the Jewish future, Baruch Hashem, this year has really advanced Jewish history in a way that has not happened in a long, long time. And we have had the amazing bracha of living through it, whether we wanted to or not, like the Yiddish curse, may you live in interesting times. But nonetheless, we have to thank Hashem. Baruch Hashem, most of the big enemies that the Jewish people faced in the last 10, 20 years are now, Baruch Hashem, no longer with us. Whether it's the Hamas leaders, whether it's Sinwar and Hania, whether it's Nasrallah and Muhammad Dev and the leaders of Hezbollah and all of these other people, Baruch Hashem, Bezrat Hashem, the IDF and the Jewish people as a whole have managed to persevere and to go from victory to victory. Baruch Hashem, it needs to be said that this is an amazing, amazing bracha. And again, this is a nes nistar. This is a hidden miracle because it doesn't feel miraculous in any way. But if you think about it, if I told you 1 year ago that all of the leaders of the Arab armies that are threatening us on a daily basis are all dead, this is an amazing bracha. This is something that, Purim, we celebrate the death of Haman. This is something that we can celebrate on Simchat Torah very much. And it is also something to be said for the ability of the Jewish people to unite together, both in Israel and outside Israel. I feel like Jewish identity has really skyrocketed. The awareness of what it means to be Jewish, the awareness of the importance of, Jewish solidarity and support of Israel and support of each other is something that we really very much have to thank this past year's events for. As horrible as they may have been, there is always a silver lining that we can be grateful for in those moments. And finally, I want to just share a bracha for the coming year. Bezrat Hashem, may this year, and indeed, by the way, the year really starts with Simchat Torah, with Shmini Atzeret. Until then, Hoshana Rabbah is still the beginning of Yamim Noraim. We only kind of finish up the Rosh Hashanah when it comes to Hoshana Rabbah, and Simchat Torah in many ways is the Rosh Hashanah Lamaim, Sukkot Nidonim Lamaim, for water, for Beracha, for Parnasa, and all these things. Sukkot is the end of Yamim Noraim that leads into the winter that is starting from tomorrow, basically. That is something that I think we can now take this moment to, Vezot Hashem, give us all a bracha for the coming year. Vezot Hashem, may it be a peaceful year. May it be a year with less news. May it be a year with less grief, less pain, less suffering. And may it be a year, Bezrat Hashem, of great bracha for the Jewish people. May we all see great success in all of our individual endeavors, in all of our communal endeavors. And Bezrat Hashem, may this Sukkot be a sign, right? Ra'uyim kol Yisrael leshev tachat sukkah achat, says the Gemara. The Jewish people really are worthy of coming together and sitting together in one sukkah in a united effort. Bezrat Hashem, I wish you all a Chag Sameach, a Shana Tova, and Bezrat Hashem, may we only ever know good things. Shana Tova, Chag Sameach.